Before we dive into today's story, remember to subscribe to Mind Clarify and turn on notifications. It's a small gesture, but it helps us reach more hearts every day. Welcome to Mind Clarify, where stories are more than moments from the past. They are mirrors that reflect our own path. Today, we revisit the journey of a man who wasn't defined by what he carried, but by how deeply he believed. His strength was not only in his arms. It was in his purpose, his rhythm, his refusal to stop. This is not just a tale of muscle versus machine. It's about endurance, identity, and the quiet power of not giving up. John Henry wasn't just a man. He was a force, strong, silent, and filled with purpose. Born into a working-class family in the American South, he grew up with the sound of hammers, the scent of sweat, and the knowledge that dignity came from hard work. Even as a child, it was said he could carry iron beams as if they were mere wooden sticks. But his strength was more than physical. It was the strength of character, of unshakable determination. John didn't speak much, but his silence wasn't empty. It was filled with intention. His eyes, when they met something, seemed to say, "I'll see this through." That's how he lived his life, through actions, not words. Everything he did was purposeful, every decision deliberate. As a young man, John was hired to work on the construction of a railroad, winding through treacherous mountains. The work was grueling and dangerous. Rocks cracked, the sun scorched, and the labor was unrelenting. But John never hesitated. With a massive steel hammer in hand, he would accomplish in a single day what others needed 3 to finish. For him, each strike of the hammer was an act of clarity, of focus. His body was an extension of his will, his movements a meditation on resilience. But then everything changed. The company introduced a new piece of technology, a steam-powered drill. Loud, fast, and relentless, it promised to do the work of several men in record time. The workers knew it meant that some of them might lose their jobs. Fear spread. Some men panicked. Others, feeling powerless in the face of progress, gave in without a fight. But John didn't give in. He stood tall before them all and said, "Let it race me. If it wins, I'll put down my hammer." His challenge wasn't just about the machine, it was about something deeper. It was about showing the world that there was more to human strength than what could be measured by speed or efficiency. It was about the heart, the spirit, the will to endure. The challenge was set, word spread, and soon a crowd gathered. Some cheered for John, others for the machine. There was tension in the air, a sense of anticipation. And then the moment came. On one side, the machine, cold, mechanical, and unyielding. On the other, John Henry, human and alive, with his hammers in hand, eyes locked onto the mountain. The signal was given, and it began. The machine roared to life, steady and unrelenting. But John danced with the stone. Each strike of his hammer was like a note in a song, a rhythm of raw strength and human determination. The work was not just labor, it was an expression of his soul. It was a rhythm, a beat that could never be matched by a machine. Minutes turned to hours. The air grew thick with dust. The crowd watched in hushed silence, holding their breath. Children clung to their parents, their eyes wide in wonder. The world seemed to hold its breath as John continued to swing his hammers, his body moving in perfect harmony with the task at hand. The mountain seemed to understand him. Each strike of the hammer was a conversation between man and earth. And when it was all over, when the dust settled, the impossible had happened. John Henry had drilled deeper than the machine. He had won. But at what cost? As the crowd erupted into a mixture of disbelief and awe, John's steps became slower, his legs trembled, and the weight of his victory began to settle in. His body, pushed beyond its limits, finally gave way. With his hammer still in his hands, John collapsed to the ground, his heart giving out from the strain. His victory was bittersweet. He had proven something profound. That no matter the strength of a machine, there was something in the human spirit that could never be replaced. Some say that John lost, that he died trying. But those who truly understand his story know the truth. John Henry didn't just beat the machine. He reminded us of the power of the human spirit, the power of perseverance, of never giving up, no matter how insurmountable the odds may seem. Machines may replace labor, but they will never replace heart. John's name lives on today, not just in songs and stories, but in murals across small towns, in workshops, in whispers on the wind. Some say that if you listen closely, you can still hear the faint sound of hammer strikes when the wind blows through the tracks, as if John never truly left. His legacy is more than just a tale of a man versus machine. It is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. It tells us that courage doesn't fade, purpose doesn't break, and spirit never rusts. Whatever hammer you carry, whether it's a dream, a challenge, or a story that you hold close, know that the simple act of not giving up is already a victory. John Henry's story isn't just about strength. It's about heart, determination, and finding the courage to keep moving forward. If this story touched your heart, like this video, subscribe to Mind Clarify, and share it with someone who needs inspiration today. And in the comments, tell us, what's the mountain you're climbing right now? Thank you for being here. Until next time, stay grounded, stay open, and keep your inner rhythm alive.